Hello everybody and welcome to today's Elite Dangerous live stream. My name obviously, as you just saw, is Paige Harvey, one of the community managers here at Frontier Developments, and I am joined by the Scottish scallywag, Stephen Benedetti.
I'm a scallywag now.
You're a scallywag.
I'm a scallywag.
You've stopped being beautiful and you've started being a scallywag.
That's it. All the nice things that I've said, they're all going out the window. It's a new year.
Christmas is gone now.
It's gone. Christmas is gone. I don't have an excuse anymore. How are you, Paige?
I am all right. Surprisingly energetic.
Surprisingly energetic. Well, it's a Monday morning.
It's a Monday.
After the first week. So welcome everybody in the chat. And we've got Bill Wolvey, John Cott. Don't know how to say that.
He's Scottish, don't worry.
Sorry, Scottish guy. Jack Little, Siberian, Jose Maria BBC.
Yep.
Blip.
Yep.
Cat Weasel,
Very nice.
1987. How do people do this so fast? Chris Wu, Fire Uzi, Mark Wheeler, Commander Plater.
And Commander Mars and the Jimmy.
Is it right? Is it right?
You got their Plater, yes,
Yep.
not Platter.
Yep,
or...
I got it right. See, I'm
Right.
happy with that. Hi everybody, welcome to the Monday live stream.
Hello.
So exciting. Thank you all for tuning in. So as you know, last week we released the patch notes for
We
the
did.
January update.
Which launches tomorrow.
Tomorrow, so we're looking forward to that. It'll be at
9:30 a.m. we have
9:30
downtime.
a.m. UTC.
Yep.
That's the bit I was remembering. If it was
Yeah,
UTC,
for
BST.
roughly 2.5 to 3 hours. So we'll let you know when the servers are back up, but don't try and log on sort of anywhere up until sort of 12 or 1. You won't get on. So
Yeah, and we'll go through some of the stuff that are coming in the patch notes
Yes.
today, but if you want to go check it out, go over to our forums and you'll find the January updated patch notes there. They should be sticky on at the top for that. So we're going to jump into a wee Let's Play, because that's what we do on our Mondays. We're just going to jump into Paige's account, aren't we?
And you might notice something interesting if you'd like to take us over. So I'm in Trevor Thick Dock. My gosh, in LHS 3447. It's almost like this is a completely fresh account.
It looks quite free,
It
doesn't
is.
it? 0% on everything. Either that, you've just done terribly.
Yes.
Like everything's gone.
I'm in my Sidewinder, baby's first ship. Essentially, what I wanted to do was, as I said last week, my favourite part of the game is the beginning. I'm not really... Most games, I don't really care for the end game, like being all super powered and excellent. I'm like, I'd rather go back to, sort of scrabbling through the trash and trying to find credits. So what I have decided to do was I took my 2-year-old account and I nuked it this morning.
Yep.
Absolutely
There was
nuked
tears.
it. There wasn't actually. There was tears
tears.
of elation.
She was free.
And I got myself my new Sidewinder under my commander name Arthremis, which is a nickname I go by online, which is a mix of arthritic and Arthremis, because I'm disabled and a warrior. So that's what I went for. I was quite happy with the portmanteau.
No, that's quite
It was
good.
very good.
It's a good mixture of things.
So we've got this. My aim is going to be to...
This is your aimless.
Sort of, my aim eventually is going to be to get an exploration ship and head to Colonia. That is not going to be really quick. I know you could do this in a matter of hours if you really wanted to, but I don't want to. I tend to play for fun and not for credits. So
I do the opposite. I like to hunt and get as much because I always think that the more I hunt, the better things I can buy to chase down people and do that.
this person's name is Willie Roach. What an interesting name. All right. You've given me you want to give me 10,000 credits to head to Patriti.
That's not too bad. So how is everybody this Monday? We are here for our Let's Play Monday live stream, where we like to come together, chat with everybody, see how you're doing. We'll tell you how we're doing. We're just playing alongside some of Elite Dangerous. So please, everybody, did you have a good weekend? First week back, that was a long week. That last week was a long week because we come back in and everything's coming in. And you come back and you kind of hit the ground running with everything, like the way that we posted patch notes.
Yeah.
Which I'm really excited for, because I know Will had a talk with everybody on Thursday's Let's Play live stream with Danny. If anyone saw that, I think they had a lot of fun. So Orange Phoenix, I'm good. I'm good. I'm really good. It's very, very crazy being back in it for the second week, because you kind of, everything was full throttle. Now I'm back in on Monday and I'm like, right, so it then kind of goes, you go through it on the time.
I'd already been in a few days before. So
You did a few days before.
I'm back in.
Kings Furnu says, is Stephen taking a drink every time his name is mentioned in live radio? I am. It's one of my favourite things.
It's terrible.
To hear my name every single time. I just love it. I've got a bit of whiskey beside beside the desk.
No.
No, not in here though, because I don't.
Oh,
no, I know.
your desk at
I listen
home.
when
I
I
was
go
gonna
home.
say.
I listen when I go home.
Whew.
So Jack Little had a lovely weekend. He reached a milestone with his current Blender project. Hopefully, just to have fun with it now till it's finished. That's brilliant.
Very
I always like a
nice.
good kind of weekend. Unbagged Nebby says, what can you tell us about coming content? Well, we can tell you about the patch notes that are coming for the January update. The future release that will happen in Q2. We do not have any information on that yet, but we will be talking about that soon. And obviously we know the new era and stuff like that. We will release more information of that closer to the time.
Very much so.
So yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff happening this year through that, so that's great. But we're going to talk about the January update, which is out tomorrow, and we're really looking forward to it. I am very jealous of DJ Psychosis because they're still on holiday for another 2 weeks, so more Elite Dangerous. I wish I could do that because right now in Elite Dangerous, there's some incursions going on, I believe. So if you are a hunter of the buggy kind, then you can go and check that out. You know, maybe fight some goids. It's quite interesting. Might try it myself, although I'll probably get beaten up. So, Casey, guys, are we getting new ships anytime with the next few months? If we ever have any new updates or anything like ships, anything like that, we will tell you. That we've got nothing to announce to that just now. So, any new information, we will do that. DJ Psychosis tomorrow, right? Yep, tomorrow, 9:30 UTC AM.
Yes.
Said that in the wrong order, but I got there today.
You know what you mean.
And
Jarminx, we have no estimated release date or details on the fleet carriers or the 2020 update. We have said we will be discussing the 2020 update after the release of fleet carriers, so you're going to have to keep an eye out for those.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, and that's going to be really
But for
exciting.
now, there is an update coming tomorrow.
There's an update tomorrow. Tomorrow!
What's your favourite fix in the update, Stephen? Because
so-
I know it's a bug fix and not necessarily a content patch, but there's a lot of stuff in here that's affected people for a decent amount of time. Mine is with the artifacting with stars and screenshots, because yes, I'd love to take screenshots.
See, I don't know, because there's so many good ones. So we obviously have the different variations. So one of the big ones that we had was for the explanation for, it was the full spectrum scanner.
Yep.
Which is really cool, because the issue with the full spectrum scanner is basically that when it goes to a planetary body and it tries to find out if there's any points of interest like on the planet, what it does is it'll load, and then it'll find out, because it has to scan the planet.
Yeah.
But if you've got like 12 planets there, that does take a bit of time.
Yeah.
So during the beta, we implemented a new system, which basically gave us a likelihood taken from data from many different planetary bodies that had those kind of the things needed to have these points of interest. So that then generated a kind of unlikely, likely, or very likely if there's going to be geological or biological sites on that. So from that, we gave you a rough estimate if there is going to be anything there. You know, you would know maybe if you want to chance it or not. And people thought that was really good, but also they were like, we're still not sure about how uncertain it is. So the dev team have done something brilliant. They basically gave you both options, which I think is brilliant, because it's saying, right, okay, well, you know, if you want to sit and wait, you can sit and wait, and you can go through bit by bit and be 100% certain. Or if it says unlikely, so if you go in straight away and it says unlikely, you're like, well, I'm not going to scan, because there's a good percentage that there won't be anything, which I think is really cool. I thought so that was probably one of my top favourite ones, just from how we went about resolving that, because I've used the full spectrum scanner just currently to get just to try and find some generation ships. That's what I've used it for. But I'm actually looking forward to it, because I do obviously, like everybody else, plan on engineering one day. I had to find the right ship first, and I found my Alliance Chieftain, my favourite ship of the whole game now. It is definitely 100%. So I've got that. A Snow Monkey says, crew rebuy isn't a bug fix, it is a change. So like we said, there is fixes, there are also some changes, like a really cool change as well. If you're a fan of the BGS, which is the background simulator, we have we've got infrastructure failure, terrorism, natural disasters, all these kind of faction states have added in. I think it was blight, natural disaster, infrastructure failure, drought, terrorist attack, public holidays.
No,
which are
fabulous.
really cool because these are all different things that obviously affect and go through, the background simulation stuff like that, which is really cool if you're really into the BGS and into the simulation stuff like that. So yeah, they're not bug fixes; they're just been added in, which is what I've said. That it's really cool that we've been able to add some wee bits and bobs, and then that. Why the Chieftain? It really reminds me of. It's going to sound really sad. Serenity, just the shape. I think it's the closest. It also kind of reminds me of the ship from Halo. But I just love the way it handles. I love how it's. I want it to be kind of multi-purpose, and I buy all the different bits and bobs for it, and it actually gives you a lot of options, which I quite like, and it's really good at turning because I need to get better at that. Will we get details on how the new states work? There is information on the patch notes if you head over to the patch notes, how they work, and what they kind of do and add to that. And if you have any more questions, if you've been on the forums, you've seen that I have been responding. Sometimes I take a wee bit of time, a wee bit of delay because I need to ask the professionals. So I can tell you as much as I can with the community side of it. But if you have any questions about anything, go on. I've answered some questions. If you do have any more, please feel free to go on the forum thread, contact me, and we'll be able to see if we can answer those questions for you. So what are you doing, Paige? We'll come back to January.
I've just been quietly playing in the corner. So I did my first mission. I went over, got 10 grand, very nice. And then obviously I've only got 4 tons of cargo space, but I picked up some cargo, which I'm just going to take to another place that wants to give me some more money, which is nice.
Calandrax, this is an open, right? We do not play on open because we do not normally play on open. We normally play private, if anything. Are you an open? Are you?
I might be an open.
I think you might be an open. But normally we don't because sometimes people like to come and blow us up. And that will happen.
I may be in a completely harmless ship. Please don't blow me up.
Commander Scorpius. Public holidays, so you go to buy Lavian brandy, but all the shops are shut. Well, just make sure you stock up. I'm actually quite terrified of that. Because that's the worst when everything's closed. And Jack Little says, we have reintroduced the free Anaconda at Hutton Orbital. If you go there. Talking about Hutton Orbital.
But it's in 10,000 parts and you have to rebuild it out of all the other ones that have exploded nearby.
Exactly. And talking about Hutton Orbital, they have a new event coming on. And it will start on the 16th. And I think I will be taking part this Thursday live stream. If you want to come over and check it out, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have some great guests on with me. Really looking forward to that. And it is called, I forgot the name of it, I'm just getting it up right now. The event name, because I just do it short for the mug. If the computer ever decides to work, it's not going to work for me. Operation something. I've totally forgot it. This is terrible. It's my Monday morning. But Operation Hot Mist. I told you, Operation Hot Mist. If you want to check that out, go over to the forums. It's a really cool community-led kind of event where the Hutton Orbital needs your help to get the mugs out to the people who are having. I'm doing this all off of memory because it's actually really fun. The illness is the mug ownership deficiency syndrome. See, it's quite long, so that's why I could remember. Mug ownership deficiency syndrome. They need your help, so that's going to start on the 16th, and I will be doing it on a live stream with some great guests. I'm really looking forward to that. So Commander Thachino did a lot of testing in the FSS and beta, and that's a really important thing. A lot of our great community came through, and we did a beta, which was a request from the community as well, which is amazing because that's a game we are wanting to, get your involvement, and it was extremely helpful. All your feedback for the beta, which helped to a lot of looking into what we could resolve, how we could fix it, and different changes. And like we said, the FSS was one of the ones that we were talking about. How did they fix it? The development team were like, how do we go about doing this because of X, Y, and Z? And actually having everybody go in and give us feedback was fantastic. So we're hoping that with our future updates, which we've said we're bringing betas. So please come back on and help us out again because it was fantastic.
You may have noticed I'm swinging in circles. That is because the keyboard has just run out. So I'm now trying to get that working again whilst catching back up with the station. Let's just, yes, charming. So I'm very aware of where the station is. But yeah, the keyboard has decided to hate me. We'll get there in a moment.
We have a wireless one that is plugged in, but it's just decided that it's out of it.
Yeah, right. Okay, tell you what. If you want to head to the main screen, let me just find some some cables and figure out why this is doing what it's doing.
Yes.
My bad.
So yeah, you can even plug this one in.
We probably could, yes.
Yes, and while we do that, so what we'll do, yeah, you should miss the stations, but it's fine.
Hello.
Just
it is. It's legitimately a keyboard.
Just a curious question: why FDev named their error bug with cute names such as Purple Python? Because they're cute. Bugs are cute, aren't they?
Well, it was easier than us just saying things like they used to say, which was things like adjudication error. Because what does that really mean? And when we had lots of things that may have related to one or another, going with Taupe Cobra or Purple Python made it easier for us to understand what was going wrong with the back end to be able to fix it. Mm-hmm. So. Give me a moment. I'm going to have to disappear.
So what we'll do is we'll just jump to a background screen while we sort this out. Okay, guys?
One moment.
Bye. And we're back.
Yay!
Hey,
there we go.
just sorted.
So sorry for that.
You also need to scooch over to my side a wee bit.
Oh, right, there we are.
A wee bit
And
more.
then I'll grab this, and then we'll put this back on.
There we go.
Sorted.
So Daniel Davis says the lack of communication is really not good. Well, if you go into our forums, we do try and communicate as much as we can. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's also a lot of questions that we don't have the answers to yet, or we're not going to be answering them just as yet. So please let us know if there is anything that you want to discuss and communicate, because we try and be we're constantly on our forums. We've got Steam, Reddit. Social media, we all try and check them all out and try and review and read and try and get to everybody that we can. So if you have any questions, please let us know. So now that we're all fixed it,
yeah, well, hopefully.
What are you planning on doing, Paige?
Right, well, I've just got some cargo which I'm going to drop off here. I'm essentially going to grab some nice small bits of cargo, drop them around, get some money, and we'll go up to the first next ship, which I'm thinking is going to be a hauler.
And Mr. B's asking, so why are we back in a Sidewinder?
Well, we are back in the Sidewinder because I wanted to... So my old account was set up largely for scavenging and doing lots of small bits of just jumping about, small missions. I wanted to do an exploration ship, so I wanted to start by the beginning and build directly for exploration, do lots of smaller sort of expeditions and do some engineering, which I hadn't set up. So instead of just starting with, you know, all the bits of resources I had on the other one. I thought I'd start fresh and just make it a journey from here to Colonia, which is what I'm going to do.
And that's one of the things that Brian M said. There's a new starter area where players are relatively safe. We also have the new starter experience, which is fantastic. But you skipped that because you don't need it because you've done it before. But that was brought with the September update, and it's a great new starter experience that people can come and play. If you have any friends that want to play, you can obviously help them out with that and put the starter, and it gives you kind of the basics of flight to kind of get going. So the Sidewinder once again, but sadly can only have one profile. Yes, currently can only have one profile, but you can also buy another Sidewinder. You can actually still buy them after.
Yeah, I think he means that he'd like to start from the beginning again, but obviously. Nothing to announce on that, but we definitely can suggest it to the team, see if there's something we can do in the future.
So let's go back to the January patch notes that we're looking at, because like we said before, there is some fixes, there is some new stuff as well coming out for that as well. So it's got a lot to it, which is really great. The guys have done a fantastic job of pulling that out, and like we said at the start, it is at 9:30 tomorrow. The servers will be down. We will not be doing a launch live stream. It's only for 2.5 hours, so we won't be doing that early in the morning. But the server should be back up at 2.5 hours to 3 hours, we would say, to go from that. And Saffron says, what time tomorrow is the update? 9:30, and will be there for 2.5 to 3 hours. So it shouldn't be too long without that. So yeah, we've got a lot of interesting things for. I'm just trying to see what's the best one. Like one of the things was networking fixed issues with ship rubber banding, which was a big call from the community to kind of get done. And if you're wondering if anyone's not aware of why and how we prioritise some of these bugs, as you may know, we have an issue tracker, and what we do is we get everybody from the community to go to the issue tracker, log their issues and incidents the dev team can see, and we also ask you to vote so you can upvote them. So we pick the top 20. And in the top 20, we then got them. We then implemented fixes for them for this new update. So the January update will have 20 fixes plus extra stuff, as we've said already. Please don't nerf mining to the ground. It's not being nerfed to the ground. It is being balanced. It's being balanced to the place. So if you go one place and there's a high demand for it, you'll get a good price for it. And then if you go somewhere there's no demand for it, you won't get the same price. And I think that's just fair enough. That's how the economy works. Sadly, that's just how we do it. So we're not nerfing it. So we're just going to be doing that. And Rod 240474, any update fix for futures before fleet carriers update. So with the carriers update, we've not announced when it's coming out yet. January update is the main one just now, and then closer to the time we'll do some fleet carrier updates. If there is any updates between that and now and then, which we have not announced, then we'll announce it around there. But I believe that the next one will be in Q2. We'll tell you what's coming to that update as soon as it comes.
We're going to get rid of these guns. They're just some extra weight we don't need.
Commander Vulture P, balance is another word for nerfed. It is not. It is literally means balance. So it'll be fine.
And you'll still be able to get massive money for your void opals. You'll just need to actually go to somebody that wants to buy them. Yeah,
it's all about the need.
Not everybody needs void opals anymore.
Yeah. And then what have we got? One of the ones that I really like is fix the directional decals being reversed. Because we had that with when the Scourge came out, it was like the wrong way around, and that goes against, like, I've not got OCD, but I get annoyed by like little things like that. So I'm like, I want that. So now it does. So I'm really happy with that. And Thargoids had a really good one. I've been talking with the Anti-Xeno group, and they are really lovely people on Discord. And one of the things they were talking to me about was that we fixed an issue with the Thargoid hearts becoming immune to damage when in a wing. And they were really good at the beta, really open with communication and contacting us to check it out. So we got that kind of stuff as well. And talking about Thargoids, if you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, there is incursions going on at the moment.
Whoa,
so you can go and check them out.
Look at that route. That is
wow.
That is not handy. All right.
Does not look efficient at all.
Don't worry. What we're going to do is we're going to keep hold of that.
Okay.
But I'm now going to grab a data mission, go along the way, get some money, upgrade the ship a little bit.
Okay.
And then we'll get over there.
How far do you think you can get it to jump?
I mean, probably 20 by the time I've got it sorted out, which will be fine. Right, so this one's going to Calor.
Commander Numida, any Thargoid related. Numida? Is it Numida? Numida. I can't really say that. It's difficult.
What are you saying about?
Numida. Any Thargoid related gameplay later or new species. We don't have anything to say on Thargoids as it is right now. They're attacking stations in the game. Until that, we don't have anything.
I just noticed that this pirate's name is Lazy. I just thought that was great.
Lazy?
Yeah, he's just called Lazy.
My favourite was still that there was one called.
There
was called. What was it, Little Willy?
Oh yeah.
I still can't believe that because I thought it's all random. There's no chance.
Right.
And Graham, hi Stephen, brilliant, nice to see you. Yes, they should be. I'm looking forward to the fixes tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to also getting everybody's feedback and letting us know how you feel about the new update. So that's awesome. Mr. Jake, as we've said, we've got no information on fleet carriers at the moment, but when we do, we will announce them in all of our social platforms. But yeah, let's look at what else we've got. So so we're talking about the nerfing of things. So I've got it here of what we did is they added a supply and demand volumes to certain high minerals. So trading goods such as void weapons are more realistic.
Yes.
So markets can still offer a high price, but they will offer less when the demand is met.
Yep.
So again, it's not totally taking it away. And these high-end materials will now be demanded more to specific economy types as well. So it'll be more in relation to what the economy's like there as well. And there are other things, not just void opals that are being affected. We have Alexandrite,
yes.
Benitoite,
Benitoite, yes.
Grandidorite, low temperature diamond, monazite, musgravite, panite. This is really hard to say. Painite.
I've found that one.
Rodblumpsty.
Rodplumsite.
Rodplumsite. I don't say what Serenbite and void opal. Void opal is the easiest one out of all of them to say. So yeah.
Whee. Right.
So Alistair says, so I'm semi-new to this game. Do players have an impact on sales prices of commodities? If an area is demanding, so with previous community goals, we would have people bring things to certain markets so that they could get more. So yes, if there's one station that has, say for instance, at one moment it'll have a high need for, say for instance, void opals.
Yep.
If people throughout the game start bringing void opals to that people, the demand will go down. Over time, and obviously because of the area, because of the background simulation, they'll start using that up, and then it'll be doing that. But if you have any of this information as well, we have, if you're a new player, if you go onto the Discord, we have a lot of great starter groups. The Galactic Academy are very good, and also on our forums, if you ask them questions and go about, you can see a lot of people who are fantastic there to help. A lot of our community are very helpful and vocal on these channels even when we can't be, and they're also really good at putting you in the right direction with the right people. So that's what's really good about that, and there is also other third-party tools that we use to help out with these things as well.
You can also drop in on pretty much any Elite Dangerous streamer, and you are more than likely either going to find the streamer can help you, or there'll be somebody in their chat who can. So oh no, we're not going that far.
So ZX Becky, hey Paige and Stephen, how are you, lass and laddie? I like that. Thank you. I want a question for clarification purpose. In your update notes, Stephen, you said we will get more details from New Era after carriers are live. Yes, that's correct. You will. We won't be announcing anything to do with the New Era until after we release the fleet carriers.
Flimley's here. Hello, Flimley.
Hey, Flimley.
Hooray for everything, Flimley.
Yes.
Flimley, very much.
Flimley.
Pip-Boy's only been playing for a week and loves it.
Oh,
Awesome.
fantastic. Well, that's brilliant because I remember...
There you go.
So the streamer, WK Jez says the streamer group are really good. We mostly like helping. Thanks for the hat tip, guys. No, you're very welcome. We like to. That's one of the big things that we like to do here as well. Is important about these Let's Play live streams and like the Thursday live streams is to highlight the community just as well as the game, because games such as Elite Dangerous isn't really the best version of itself unless it has the people in it, because you make a massive change to the game. And also like I said, I'm doing the Heart and Orbital event. They do events all the time. There's loads of the elite racers do loads of great races. That we have people from different groups, from like the French community, the Russian community, the Portuguese community. We have loads of different communities that are all out there and really support the game. And
French community on things like Twitter do loads of articles. So if you speak French, then there are fantastic guides and lots of information there.
all I can do is Sebo, which is I think that's a good job or whatever. I don't know. It's not good. And Mr. B, any PS5 info? None at this time.
Nothing on next gen.
And if we ever...
God, I feel so weird saying next gen. I worked at Game when Xbox One and PS4 came out, and to me, they still came out about 3 minutes ago. And to think there's going to be another one, that PS4 is now technically like ending up as retro.
Well, that's a scary thing now. Is that the next? I mean, my problem is with every console that comes out is I have that. I used to be an Xbox man. My first, well, not my first console. I think my first console was the Sega Mega Drive.
Mine was as well. Yes.
And then I had the Nintendo. What was it called? It was like the Pokemon one.
Oh, she had the N64.
N64, Pokemon Edition. Addiction. You have
no.
You will have a Pokemon addiction.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we basically I had that, but then my granddad bought me my first Xbox.
Nice.
He bought me the first Xbox One, and then from that I was always Xbox. I always played Halo, but then it wasn't until PS4 came out that I weighed it up, and for me, the market at the time, PlayStation 4 was a game console, and I really liked God of War and wanted to play that, and Uncharted. And Xbox was more of it was meant to be like a home console, like it was meant to be like, you can do this, you've got to connect.
It was a multimedia console,
It was a multimedia console, and for me, I went for the PlayStation 4 because I wanted something a bit more focused on games, and it was a bit more towards the games that I liked at the time. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what consoles come with, and then I'll need to make that decision again, but it's so much stress, because I don't want to buy both, I don't have enough money. But
oh man, I'm just happy with my Switch.
Jack Little says, have they announced that they're calling it PS5? No, but...
Yes, they have.
Have they?
Yes.
Have they?
It was announced last week with the new logo.
Oh yeah, because they said they never changed the name and everybody was disappointed. They have, but it wouldn't matter, everyone would still have called it PS5.
Yeah, it's called the PS5.
Is Xbox One in there yet? The Xbox?
Xbox Series X,
Series
something
X
like that.
or something like that. They went for
Yeah, my first console was a Sega Mega Drive, and then I had the PS1, and then when I was about 11, my parents got me my first console like that I owned, which was an Xbox, nice chunky Xbox, and they got me things like Worms 3D and Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban,
I remember that.
Grid, and a bunch of other small things, and it was so good. It was so good, man. I remember playing Worms 3D against my dad. It was good times.
Yeah, that was good. I used to play Crash Bandicoot in the PlayStation 1 all the time with my
I just used
sister.
to like sending the sheep out.
Commander Numida says Fleet Carrier update beta 2. It was as planned. We said that for the rest of the year, these the next updates will have a beta in them. So they will, and we'll announce it there.
I've seen a few people asking about rubber banding. I believe we've got a comment in.
We do. Rubber banding has been. I think I've already said. Here we go. Yep, working. So we fixed the issues with the rubber banding.
Yes.
But like all of these fixes, if anything issues do continue or persist, please let us know. Also. Rod 240474, I like saying that really fast. Anyway, since the end of 2014, Elite Dangerous is my preferred game. Thank you for continuing developing, and thank you for sticking with us, and we continue to develop it. I know the last couple of months it's been quite quiet, but we'll keep on going, and we're hoping to bring you more, and thank you for everybody who continues to play on, and will continue. We've got Orange Phoenix said their first console was the Atari 2600. Wow.
Gorky the Great says cheekily, I thought we weren't fans of Harry Potter. Well, in terms of the books and the films, well, you can't see it massively, but I do this way. I'm sorry, Stephen, I'm having to lean on you. Okay. I have an entire headwig here, and this is all the Hogwarts skyline, which is pretty cool.
What about mining? So what we've brought from mining as a question, what have we done for mining? Well, for mining, we have fixed the issue that could lead to the detonation graph not appearing if deep core mining with a wing. Fixed the disconnection, magenta crate. That, I don't know why that I struggled to say magenta there. Magenta crate, that could occur whilst mining. Fixed the deep core mining issue in multi-crew, where different crew members would see different detonation levels in the HUD. and fixed subsurface displacement missiles in multi-crew, and fixed for a bug which made seismic charges instantly detonate in multi-crew /wings.
So Mass Killer keeps saying bits and bobs. Is that just because that's the thing I say, or is there another reason? Do tell me.
Bits and bobs is good.
Ooh, hello. That's a nice
Oh,
one.
Nipper. I've not heard the word Nipper in such a long time. I played
Nipper?
Elite 80. Yeah, WKJ said, I played Elite 84 when I was a Nipper. It was my first full C64 games. Oh, Nipper's a good one. Yeah.
I'm going to be really naughty. I'm just going to do that. Oh, I've got to pay £5
You got to pay five grand.
Yeah, because this one's closer, so I'm going to Cremain.
That's it.
Oh, wait, yeah. Now I've...
Yeah, so we've got a lot of cool things out. So even for the new player experience, we fixed an issue that the player could stuck. What, you selling it?
I just sold it on the black market.
Okay.
Now
You're supposed to be doing good in this one.
I never said I was going to do good.
No, that's very true. So fixed the issue that made players get stuck waiting at 0 throttle when the throttle input was above 0 in the new player experience tutorial, which is very handy because a lot of time you would end up just sliding forward and you'd be quite confused. What was going on?
What?
So
apparently I made him laugh so much when I said it. Oh, but like, there used to be a shop near my nan's house called Thingamybobs. So
Thingamybobs.
yeah, Thingamybobs.
Yeah, so we've got Orange Phoenix saying what fixes other than FSS will improve for exploration. So we are also fixing an issue that prevented the search function on the galaxy map from working correctly. Fixed an issue with the navigation panel that correctly displays if a planet had been mapped or not. Instead of showing a notification for each individual asteroid belt cluster discovered, we now condensed it as many as we can into one message rather than getting loads, and fixed an issue where it was not sometimes possible to select asteroid ring hotspots from the cockpit as well. And one of the questions that I did also answer on the forums, which I got back to Osric today, was he asked me if the locations and features are now in one tab in the FSS. And locations have been removed, so have been moved out, not removed, have been moved out of the box so you can see locations and features at the same time without any waiting. So hopefully that will help out with that, because I think people were quite concerned with that one as well.
Right, I bought some gold as well. Oh, look, I'm mostly penniless.
I need some gold.
I have bought some gold.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
So,
gold and gallite. Sorted.
so there's a lot of questions about the wings, and there is some fixes in there. If you head over to the patch notes, they're just in different sections. They're not specified to wings. Everything that is going to be in the new update are in the patch notes. So if you want any extended date information or anything like that, go over there and check that out. Yeah. So Ezekiel, UA4. Says this game is great. I started 2 days ago in VR, only had a couple of hours, but I've already been blown up by security forces from mistaking guns for scanners, and my first mission is still done. I done that. I did that a lot of time when I started back up playing Elite. I forgot all the buttons worked, and I got a lot of fines and into problems.
I'm just being silly.
Oh, it's such a shame, ZX Becky. So my girls will finally speak again. They were on cough syrup and couldn't speak much.
Aww.
That's a shame. Well, more cough syrup's good for them. I always do, it's that honey. A bit of honey's always good for that as well. It's good through the throat, and I think that's great.
I'm having trouble because I said it once, when I didn't have the... Oh, I need to go to Aerovate first. I'm just being a donkey. Right, there we are. That's better. Let's be sensible, shall we?
So Fire UC says, I'd like to see more planet mining changes to the game where we can use items to mine items to harvest good sale. On that note, I also like the storage system. If we change ships from mining to fighter, we don't have to worry about storage problems. Now, all of these suggestions and all of these ideas are fantastic. And one thing that's really important to say is when you do comment on them on the forums, not only the ourselves read them, the developers read them. So a lot of these different ideas and insights do help with the team, and we are grateful for it, so we'll definitely pass that on. So I have been asked by Orange Phoenix, can you give us an insight on the upcoming stream content? I can!
Ooh.
So if any of you are aware, if you go onto Dangerous Discussions, it's tagged at the top and it says, Pilots of the Galaxy, Hutton has a mission for you, Operation Heart Mist. It was released last week by Vantier. Said that right, didn't I?
Vantian, well done.
So I had a wee call with Vantian and I was like, oh, let's do it. This sounds really awesome. Can we do a stream? So on Thursday, I'm going to be on with Vantian and a few other people. I like to keep the whole surprises that bit because it's fun. So what it says in the actual forum post is calling all pilots, all players, all groups and all squadrons. Those of you that remember the original CG for the Hutton Mug may remember the adverts and appeals that we put in the radio show. For those that don't, mug ownership deficiency syndrome is a terrible affliction. For the lack of a mug, millions of people in the galaxy are suffering embarrassing symptoms from space madness to itchy flight suit syndrome and RSI in their trigger fingers. From the lurgy to man flu, from gout to feeling a bit off the day, all these are made better by having a Hutton mug, which I think is very true. So last year, the dastardly, and I don't know if you saw the previous stream that was on, but last year, the dastardly Don Antonacci, Camorra, bad guy, and all-around evildoer kidnapped some Hutton truckers live stream with Will Flanagan. We rescued them, assaulting his base. So he did. That was a really fun stream. If you don't want to check out that stream, you can go check it out on our YouTube channel. Yes. We've got everything safe there. So we won, but subsequently discovered that he and his laboratory had devised a transmissible that's right, version of mods. It escaped and everyone's at risk. Yep. So what we need, basically what the plan is now is we need everybody to take one Hutton mug to each and every station in the galaxy.
Yep.
All 540,000, is that? That's not right. 54,000. I can't even read that just now. 54,000 plus of them. I knew it was 54,000.
Good job, mate.
Thank you. Starting on the 16th. So that'll be this 16th. And what we're going to do in the live stream is we're going to have Vantian and some other great commanders on with us. And we're going to try and get some mugs. I'm going to be in an Anaconda. Which, as you know, the Hutton Orbital does not have any large pads.
Yep, well done.
So we'll need to figure out how to get them onto the ship. And then we're going to...
Why don't you just take a different ship?
Nah, I'm going to do an Anaconda.
No, but you...
So we're going to take it, and then we're going to fly over,
You're going to have to go there with a different ship, get the mug, and then, like... Or you're going to have to get them to like lob one out of the station for you so you can pick it up.
I think they're going to have to lob it at me. So basically we're going to then go and take it to a system, and they actually have a really handy Hutton helper, which actually shows you and tracks the deliveries and shows you whereabouts does and does not have a mug. So when we'll be on live stream, we'll go find somewhere nearby that doesn't have a mug, and then we'll
take
send
a
it
mug
out.
there.
So we'll be doing that. So that'll be good fun. And Saffron got a free Anaconda from Hutton.
Yeah, well, maybe what I'll do is I'll grab myself a Hutton mug at some point in my my beginning gameplay, and I'll take one somewhere as well.
So Gear Spider says they're talking about fleet carrier sizes for storage. We have nothing to announce on fleet carriers.
Nothing at this
Nothing
time.
at this time, but we're looking forward to it.
But they are coming this year.
So when are you two being added to the game as bobbleheads?
You don't want
I would
that.
love that.
Oh no.
I'd make a great bobblehead.
Go on then, give us a demo.
What's that? I was a floating head at one point.
Excellent. Right, now you can clip that and
there
sorted.
You go. You can just copy and paste that in, and that's you now got that. So we've got a question: what's new with trading? So with trading, we have for the January update fixed the issue that meant players couldn't sell anything to a market if the buy list was empty. And then, as we said earlier on, we've added a supply-demand volumes for certain high-end minerals, so that now trading goods such as void opals is more realistic. Markets can still offer a high buy price, but they will offer less as the demand is met. And I went through and tried to name them all, and I did quite a poor job at it, but you can all see that in there, and it's over in our patch notes. If you've not had a chance to go look at them, I think I've done that right. Nope, that's the wrong one.
So Orange Phoenix says we do streams on PC and PS4, but is there a reason we don't use Xbox? So the honest reason really is that at home I play on a PC, and at home he and Will play on PS4s. None of us actually have an Xbox, so our personal accounts aren't run on it. But we are looking to do some Xbox streams this year. and see if we can get some activities together, get some of the community together.
Yeah, we've got a lot of really interesting streams planned for this year because, like we said,
Maybe even some VR.
Maybe
even some VR, which I'm very excited for.
Need to ask, but that's the thing is that we need to. We've got a couple of ideas we want to do, and there isn't a reason why we don't use the Xbox. Like I said, I've always played PS4, and Will's got a PS4 as well.
Yeah, and I have a PS4 too, but I tend to play on PC.
Because you'll notice that on the Thursday streams, a lot of the time I do play on PC, and that's where there's a lot of confusion because I'm more used to playing the PlayStation 4 when it comes to certain buttons. Yeah. But I work it out in the end. That's the fun part of it, watching me struggle. WKG says, is this the public release, or are you playing on a dev version? We're playing on the live version at the moment.
It is live, yes, very much.
And for the January update, it will be live tomorrow.
Yes.
That's what we'll be playing. ZX Becky says, is the update like megabyte or gigabyte size for tomorrow? I don't actually know.
I don't know. I would
double check.
Guess from the amount of changes here that it's going to be gigabyte sized, but we'll see if we can find out the exact size and let you know.
Yeah. Just ping us a wee message on the forums. We'll try and get back to
great.
you on that. That'd be fantastic. So ZM4RCO, will rare goods give us Zamarco? Will rare goods give us more profit in the future? Again, it depends on the background, the BGS, and see what's happening in that place at time. You might get more if there's a demand. You might get less if you don't. So it all depends. Hopefully there'll be a high demand somewhere, and that's when you'll get a lot of money for them.
Commander Ascorius is suggesting it'll be petabytes in size. I doubt it, but why not?
Yes.
Right. So yeah, the reason I manually dock, but because the keyboard's not working, I had to rebind a couple of my controls quickly. So I'm just gonna let it auto dock for me now, and then we'll get all the keyboard working properly next time. Because I tend to run both at the same time, as I mentioned before. So I've got arthritis in my hands. So instead of binding everything to buttons and tiring my hands out, I just have things like jumping and landing gear on the keyboard, which I can just hit with my right hand and then play with the pad. So. Yes. Commander Untouchable. No, I didn't die and then go into a Sidewinder. I actually sorted out a brand new game.
So that's what Paige is doing. She plans on travelling to Colonia?
Colonia, yes. I want to go to the Dove Enigma megaship.
Oh.
That's what I want to do, and that's my long-term goal. So it's not going to happen next week. I'm not going to go sort of run after void opals and all that kind of thing. I'm going to take it slow and steady, just as I want to, just fun.
Akiko Kuro says, what is your favourite small ship?
Cobra MK3. It's the cliche answer, but it is true. It flies really nicely. It's got a nice, good windscreen, so you can see everything that's going on. It's very pretty. It's small. It's easy to fly. It's a pretty good little ship. And you?
I think the Sidewinder.
I do like a Sidewinder.
It's just it was so fun. It would be the Vulture. I do love the Vulture.
Oh, gold!
I love the Vulture as well.
Profit. Yes.
Sidewinders are fun, and actually we had some really good statistics of like the longest Sidewinder fly. That was quite cool as well, wasn't it?
Commander Numida, yes. So there is the Vulture as well, and there's the Dolphin. I do love both of those. Dolphin, I really love to fly. The Vulture is my favourite for wanting to do any kind of like small chunky activities, so like scavenging and that kind of thing, until I got my crate. But I think just for an all-round, just jump in it and go, I think it's gotta be Cobra MK3.
Yeah, so I like how Commander Lintouchable says Fer-de-Lance is the best ship for anything and everything. I had the Fer-de-Lance. I really enjoyed the Fer-de-Lance.
Bloodfell Fort.
But I really kind of liked. Whoa.
That's pretty epic. Yeah,
that's a good
Edel's Armada.
Why did you keep getting into trouble? Is that not a fine?
Oh no, that's the same fine. Don't worry.
Thoughts on the ship Anaconda? Anaconda's a really nice ship to fly. But you'll be seeing me fly one on Thursday. Perfect.
Personally, not a fan. Not my favourite ship to fly.
Gear Spider says Fer-de-Lance is the worst windscreen. It is odd, but then you do remember you're in a ship because a lot of the small ships are obviously at the beginning you're right in the middle, and as soon as you kind of go up to medium and large, you actually realise that you're in a big ship. So it's like it has to kind of get that, but I do like right now we're in the middle because it's perfect in Sidewinder.
Yeah,
you're in the middle, but because the ships get bigger and bigger and bigger, and they get different size and
So I was gonna call my Sidewinder We Got Cows. For anybody that's seen the film, I think was it called Twister? It was about the people that chase tornadoes and that kind of thing.
I think it was Twister.
Yeah, because in there he's like, "Oh, it's a Sidewinder. We need to track the tornado." And when they're in the car, this cow just comes round, and they're like, "We got cows!" Every time I see them, I'm gonna have to hang up on you. We got cows, and then it comes back the other way around. She's like, "I think it's the same cow." It's like,
oh, you literally just got quoted there. Yeah,
I think that would only happen if somehow the eye of the storm flipped and went the other way. That makes no sense. Yeah. Absolutely no sense, lady. That is not the same cow.
Akiko Kuro says, believe it or not, his favourite ship is the adder.
How do you pronounce the Japanese name correctly?
I don't know.
And not
anything
something
else.
like peanut.
I don't know. A panic.
Well done, Akiko.
The adder's the best one. Adder is a good
Too
ship
much
as
anime
well.
for you.
No. So WKJ says, I look forward to Thargoid's firing cows at us soon.
We got cows.
I mean, that would be a really interesting
Somebody
turn
please
of event.
make like a lamp of a Thargoid like picking up a cow. That'd be amazing. Well, because I've seen the ones of like they do lamps of UFOs picking up cows and like taking them off, and we know that the Thargoids have got their nice little burrowy ray type things. So yeah, we should do that. Thargoid should nick a cow. Why not?
Cow nicking? I don't think we can promote cow nicking.
I wonder if Thargoid's cow tip. Actually, that doesn't work either. I live in Somerset. You can't tip a cow.
Don't be so much mean to a cow, but
I'm not being mean to a cow.
So not necessary. Leave the cows alone.
But they're the ones that ended up in a Sidewinder, not me.
That's very true.
Oh, wait.
So
sorry, that was the worst joke I've ever told.
Thank God that you said that, not me.
Woo!
So your plan is, what ship do you plan on going to Colonia with?
That's the thing, I'm not sure. I'm considering an orca.
Why an orca?
Because I really love to fly the Dolphin. The orca is the bigger brother. And it's a very pretty ship. It's very nice and easy to fly. It's not as expensive as some of the others are. I think it's just going to be a nice, easy ship to fly, not too expensive. Pretty easy to get hold of, and then I can engineer it, and then it will work as well for taking about some cargo as well, because I can fit it out for cargo space, for actually earning some more money and things like that. So I think it'll work for lots of little roles while I get it all kitted up and working nicely. And decent jump range.
And jump range is good, it's very good. Commander Corky the Great says, so you guys have no idea whether rubber banding fix affects player-to-player desync, so we have the fix, and it's on the patch notes, which we put a link in for it. If you can't find that, it's on our forums. But if you continue to have issues with rubber banding, if you're doing player-to-player desync, please put it back on the issue tracker. If you put that in the issue tracker, that makes the team aware that that fix hasn't gone through. They have tested the rubber banding. We've got a QA and obviously the beta testing as well. So if that issue does persist, please let us know. So that we can look into it further for you. So everything that is coming out and the fix that's there and all the information is on the patch notes, and you will find out tomorrow, which will be fantastic when it goes live.
WKJ said, we got an exclusive out of them, cows.
Is that space cows?
Moo.
Right.
We're going to end the stream.
Sidebrand Boss says, what is the reason for the stream? This is our Let's Plays. It's just good to touch on this at the end here, that these Let's Plays are our opportunity to speak with you guys. We play our own accounts. We have no... we just decide what we want to do, what we want to do, kind of clear goal what we want to do with our own personal accounts. And just to kind of talk with you guys, because that's what's important here, is that we want to make sure that we can have an open communication with you, help you to find out where things are, and you can help us to tell us what's going on with the community. It's great just to chat to everybody, and sometimes we talk about personal stuff, sometimes we talk about game stuff, sometimes we talk about anything. It's just a good opportunity for you to see who we are and know that we're here for you. Monday's chill. So there's still DEF CON 2008. There is no price yet. It's going to cost a lot. That's all we've got just now, but we will
be pricey.
We will announce it closer. I was actually thinking that what we should do is we should have like a big banner of things and have people guess, like guessing the closest wins like a free paint job or something. That'd be a good one with it.
And every wrong guess, it goes up.
It goes up. Yep. Yeah, the price will go up even further.
Does David Braben still have influence on the game? Yes,
100%.
Of course he does. It's his baby. We see him daily. So, yeah, David
I actually saw him grab a coffee this morning.
You did see him grab a coffee? Yep. I mean, he's just over there. which is pretty cool. But yeah, David's still very much in with the game, working on it, still works on it a lot. Obviously, I don't follow him around, so I don't know.
I know, that's quite weird. That's quite weird.
But, oh, hello.
Wicket says, why are you starting a new account?
Because I really like the beginning of the game, and I like to sort of... I wanted to go into a new account with a purpose. I have a purpose on my other account, which was scavenging and things like that, so I'm going to keep going with that. But then I thought I'd go with a nice, fresh account to go with my new idea, which is going to be going to Colonia. Nice specialised account, bit of a role-playing type thing, if anything.
So, Twisted TV said, as a new player, I find it very difficult to stop my ship when going super fast. People say I have to wait, the time stops in 3 seconds. So, are you talking about when you're jumping? Because what I heard from one of the developers is if you are in a jump and you want to jump out, like Paige has done just there, the best way to do it is to try and keep the number to 7.
7 seconds, not 3.
7 seconds, and have the, I'm just pointing over here for some reason, but it's here. See that blue bit? That's Paige, but past Paige. That blue bit there, that's what you want to kind of keep it in.
There. This little bar. This little
bar, if you keep that in the blue, that'll slow you down, because if you think about it, you're firing yourself and you're firing your rockets out. So if you are constantly doing that and just try and jump out, it would never slow down. You need to be slow enough to jump out in that space, or you get ripped apart.
Yeah. So yeah, you want to, you want to keep it to within sort of 7 seconds, not 3. 3 is going to be way too close to actually slow down properly. That's like tailgating another car. Yeah. So yeah, keep it to that. You can also do things, there's like a toggle that you can turn on in game, where if you're going to come out at a star, you can ask it to automatically drop you to 0, or you can just let it keep you going. Yeah,
and if you do have difficulties with jumping in and out of places, or if you're just jumped to 2 stations, we do have tutorials and guides, and there's a lot of great YouTubers out there who also do stuff, a lot of streamers on Twitch as well, and Mixer. So yeah, that's the best way to do it. Raxilin said, after tomorrow's update, how close to the next streams with info on fleet carriers? Well, we need to wait and find out. But as soon as we start announcing stuff with fleet carriers, we'll make sure you all know that happens. All right.
So Twisted TV, yes, there it is. It's hyperspace dethrottle. That's what you want. And Kazumi says, engage in gameplay. As I mentioned earlier, the keyboard that I use for doing a bunch of my controls isn't working, so I'm using the auto docking for the moment, so that it actually lets me dock.
Yeah, and it's also quite fun when you're doing a live stream and you have to do both things. Sometimes it gets a bit like, oh my god, we're doing there. So now that we've got you here, you need to pay your fines.
All right.
Pay your fine.
Tell you what, I'm going to do one more thing before we go. We're going to get... Yes. Give me the hauler. We have
you going for the hauler?
We got a new ship.
We got a hauler to the end. Jack Little was so confused the first time he had auto dock.
There we are. Couldn't do it. I'm a peddler. So there we go. First
Orange
hour.
Phoenix, I'd love a soundbite for that. Every time we do the same thing. I don't mind repeating myself.
There you go. First hour, over 100 grand.
There we
Got
go.
myself a hauler, and now I'm a peddler in trade.
Now you're a peddler and trade. That's fantastic. So yeah, that was really fun stream. Thank you. ZX Becky, do not apologise for asking questions. I said that's what these are for. If we'll try and answer everything as much as we can, and we also still do it on the forums. We're just here on a Monday and on a Thursday night stream. And please join us this Thursday to watch me get some mugs and cure. I'm not going to say it again. I'm going to do it again.
Mods.
I'm going to do it one more time. No, I like doing the full thing.
Oh, okay.
I like doing the full thing. The mug ownership deficiency syndrome.
Yes.
So I'm going to be doing that this Thursday. I'm really looking forward to it. That's 7 p.m. UTC at your time. So thank you everybody for joining us.
Yes, thank you very much for coming along. Obviously, yes, tomorrow update. We've got all the patch notes up on the forums, so you can head over there. And as soon as we have more things to tell you about, more things coming in the future, we will.
Yes, and tomorrow is 9:30. The game will be down for 2.5 hours. 9:30 a.m. UTC.
We'll let you know on our social channels, so keep an eye out for that.
Okay.
Yes, thank you so much, and we will see you soon.